Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 14 Week 9 Game Day, folks. We've had a fantastic week. We had some great finishes on BearCave, and it's all going to be capped off with another epic game here in the SFA. We've got game day between Coach Fink and the Kansas Jayhawks taking on Colorado. Coach Schwartz and the 4-2 Colorado Buffaloes. Let me know if you can see and hear me before we get started. And if this is your first time watching the SFA, welcome in. It's an online dynasty that we run through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You do not need the game to join. We are in Season 14, but you can just jump in at any time. It's just like a real, college football universe. New coaches come in all the time. You can claim a team. You can set your playbooks. You can set your depth charts. You can recruit players. You can participate in our fully functional sportsbook. You can, we have a full economy as well for all the teams. And we're going to have a March Madness thing coming up as well. And as always, if you do watch live, you might run into some ads. So if you don't want to miss any of the action, feel free to use a Twitch Prime sub or the bits or all that kind of stuff. Any and all revenue made through this Twitch channel does go back to you guys. When one of you guys wins the national championship trophy, you get a trophy and you get a care package sent to your house. And as always, this is the cap off of the week. We run on a 5-day schedule. If you want more SFA content throughout the week, consider joining our Patreon, patreon.com/the SFA. You get an additional game day each week, and you get access to the Playoff Push podcast, which is by me, and you get other bonus stuff like uniforms and accessories, all that kind of stuff. And if you also want more content, you can just follow us on Instagram, Simulated Football Association, and I post daily media stories over there as well. Now, we're going to get into this game, but first I want to talk about Home Field, our friends, our affiliates over there. Great college apparel brand. They have over 180 plus schools. They focus on vintage designs. They don't just stop at football. They do basketball, baseball, wrestling, all sorts of different things. You can use code SFA for 15% off, and your first purchase, you can use our affiliate link if you've been there before and still support us. And it's just a great way to help them and to give you guys some cool merch from your favorite schools, and that's what will be in your care package as well. I know they did just drop a NASCAR collection. If that's something you're into, they're venturing outside of college sports with that one, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, so let's get started. As always, I am going to go through both of the full rosters before we jump into the game, so you guys know who is on each team and what we're looking for. And this could be a fun one. This is a Big 12 clash. You got both Colorado and Kansas, who are middle-of-the-road Big 12 teams who are actually playing a bit better than expected this year. And this could really, push one of these teams to potentially, go for the division versus, potentially maybe struggle with bowl eligibility, right? So we'll see. But for Kansas, you see Zeke Yeager here. He is redshirted. That's because the man is Bryson Shant, the sophomore. He is a 90-speed guy, very, very electric watching him live. And they've got the 5-star SFA player at running back. This is going to be the debut game of Shadon Iverson. He is an absolute beast. And this is the first time in a long time for Kansas that they've had a good running back. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And then out wide, you got Jack Walters, you got Anthony White, and Chris Darby. They do have Terry Butler, the SFA player, but regression has pretty much killed his career here, so he will be a likely person to enter the transfer portal. Tight end is SFA player Lars Newt. We'll see what he can do. He's a Canadian recruit here. And you got Donnie Stone at left tackle. I believe he might be back from injury, may not. I'm not quite sure there. But Justin Barber, Fackner, Lonnie Falconer, he's an SFA player. You've got Terry Harris and Shane Jones. Not the best offensive line here for Kansas, but definitely nothing too shabby. And on defense, Junior Goodman, you've got Matt Myers and Tez White. He was among leaders in the country in sacks last year. He actually has no sacks yet this year, so we'll see if he can get on the board today. At linebacker, you got Corey Whitworth. You've got John Gore in the middle. And then the SFA player, Billy Gilmore. He is a beast. Watch out for him. I kind of compare him to a young man, Stevie Scumbag. So we'll see what he can do today. And at corner, this is where it gets a little hairy here for Kansas, as Gerard Perry is out. So you got Justin Newton, John Sims, Adam Bell, and then Justin Gilmore. Very, very not a deep class here for cornerback. So, you know, Fink's going to probably want to recruit some secondary guys. And at safety, you got Derek Harrison. And strong safety, you got Aaron Rush, who's taking over the role of Patrick Chung that he held down for 4 seasons. And the kicker is Mike Atkinson, a freshman. He is yet to attempt a field goal this year. 64 power, 64 accuracy. And the punter, Mike Adams, he actually might be the guy who's doing both. Let's just see. Yeah, he's doing both. So he's 4 of 7, 80 and 80. He should be pretty fine there. And now Coach Swartz over at Colorado. He is quietly building this team back up. This was a team that made the playoff a couple of years ago with the, Cale McCarr at running back. But this is a long ways away from that team. He's got Jonathan Johnson, the senior quarterback, definitely a pocket passer for him. So don't expect him to scramble all that much. The running back is Joe Stewart. And at wide receiver, you got Brant Cook, Sterling Harvey, an SFA player, Blue Jackson. He was an in-game recruit, 96 speed. So watch out for this guy in the slot. He could be the X factor here today. Tight end, you got Tate Martin is going to be the guy who gets the most. He has the most stats, so he should be the one that starts, not Mark Rich. Left tackle, you've got Travis Henderson. Left guard, and this is an offensive line that looks a little bit better, especially on the left side, but they do have some weaknesses on the right-hand side. On defense, you got Reggie Lewis, you've got Daniel Campbell, and you've got Reggie Easley and Jamal Dunlap. Now, Jamal Dunlap is an SFA player. I do not know if he's going to play, so I did not put him on the same game parlay sheet. However, at linebacker, you got Mark Thomas on one side, Eric Larkin in the middle, a little bit lower of an overall, but the SFA player, true freshman, J.P. Melton, he's a coverage guy. He is going to be out there today. And at cornerback, you got James Smith, Donovan Williams, Eric Hopkins, and Wayne Marks here. Definitely a lot better of a corner class than the other side, and a lot of very speedy guys out here. And in the back, you've got Brandon Holmes, and you've got Wolf Shitten, the SFA player, true freshman safety. So we'll see what he can do today. Their kicker is Matt Lowe, and he is 11 of 12 on the year. He is a veteran, and he has 76 power, 85 accuracy. So without further ado, let's get on into it. As always, I have the fight song ready for Fink. He responded to me. But let's get a prediction going for you guys. I didn't do one on BearCave. I completely spaced. But get those Bob and us ready. This is going to be this is a push game, so it's going to be a true who wins. Are you on team Kansas, or are you going Colorado? So you have 2 minutes there, and let me get my thumbnail, and I'll tell you guys all of the bets here. Yeah, this is a very even matchup. Now, I think that Colorado is a bit more, I don't know what the word is, balanced across the board. Whereas I think Kansas has a lot of like elite players, like SFA players, but then they also have quite a few weaknesses. So it's going to be interesting to see how this battle shakes out. Now, for jerseys, if Schwartz or Fink are here, let me know what you want to wear. Let me get out my... this is a push game. The over-under for this game is going to be 48.5, so a bit of a low one. And then obviously you guys have your same game parlays, and if you bet the 100 coins to guess the final score, let me know what your bet is, so we can cheer along with you. Remember, bet 100 coins, you win 25K. So we got 100 coins, and I bet on a 31-24 game here. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I've got a couple of same game parlays cooking. I have one where I have 17,000 on it. So I'm hoping for a big game today. But you never know what's going to happen here in the SFA. I think I came out positive on my bets on the in BearCaves, but I don't. It's probably about even, as it looks like the majority of people are with Kansas here today. Schwartz is not. He's at work. He told me he is sad about missing. That's all right. The VOD is available, and we also have full on. We always have full on highlights for the game day games. Now, Fink isn't here either. So do we go full crazy? Hold on. They're not here. One of my favorite jerseys of all time for the Buffaloes should be in this game. Ooh, dude, those all whites are so crispy. Since neither of them here, we're gonna, and Colorado Buffs are my favorite team of all time. Man, they really removed the cool one. We got gray jerseys, we got black, we got white. Yeah, not really a lot of options here. Okay. Well, we're gonna do the old black, the black throwback. And they're gonna do, we want to go full crazy today. All right, well, no, I think the whites are just so crispy. Sorry, all black. It's not too often I get to watch the Buffaloes in the SFA, so I like to. And then for the Jayhawks, this is the coolest helmet ever made. I love this helmet. And then for them, we could just go, I think we can go all crimson. I think that's good. Crimson on black should be beautiful with some old style helmets. I think that's what we're going to go with. All right, folks, here we go. Week 9 here, game day. We are off. And I have the fight song geared up for when Kansas gets turnovers or scoring plays. When I play it, let me know if the volume does need to be adjusted. I can't edit that while we're live. And it's just I can't hear it, unfortunately. So you guys got to let me know if it's good or not. All right, but we are off here, folks. Folsom Field here in Boulder. Oh, the best stadium ever made. Oh, man, this is going to be such a good game. And I love Fink, but I also might have to be a Colorado homer because I love the way Coach Schwartz has started building this team. So, as always, we're just going to skip to the coin toss, skip Ralphie running on the field and all that because we do not want UI glitches. All right, here we go. Folsom Field, Colorado gets the ball first. 9 minutes on the clock, and we are off in week 9. Colorado gets the return. We are going to see them in action first, and it's a nice return here, and that is going to go up towards the 30. It's a conference game here, a Big 12 North versus a Big 12 South matchup. Is here we go, folks. Oh, man, I'm so excited. Remember, Jackson is going to be the X factor. He is the slot guy. We get a broken tackle here. Pushed forward. That's Blue Jackson. He gets the first touch, number 86. He is a deep threat. He is a beast in-game recruit, and that is his first. Now, remember, this is a team that had Anthony Cook, but he transferred to TCU in the transfer portal. So 2nd and inches now for Colorado. They're going to drop back here. They're yamming it deep. Second play, and it's a diving grab to Sterling Harvey. Exploiting these defenders early. The lack of depth. Johnson just yammed that. What a start. So 2 plays, and they're already at the 15. An absolute cannon here from Johnson. As he dropped back again, floating it to the end zone. This time he overthrows a wide open man. There was no one on the right side. So 2nd and 10 now. This game is an electric start. It's Johnson, he just floats that wide open man. That's Blue Jackson. That's a touchdown. A 4-play drive to open us up. And Colorado takes a lead. What an unexpected start. I'm tripping over my own words because this game is electric off the bat. Hey, Phil Matu, thanks for joining Patreon. I'll get you all set up right after the stream. And that's Texas State, right? All right. So CU. That's a touchdown. So Blue Jackson gets the first touchdown of the day as we get a return here from Kansas up towards the 45. Keon Robinson. This game has started out all gas, no brakes. They've got me struggling in the boot to kick up, or to keep up. I'm stumbling over my words, and here comes Bryson Shant. Shade on Iverson in the backfield. His first carry on stream, and he gets blown back. He's a true 3-down back. He is a tank. So we'll see what he can do. All right, back in the full house, Bryson Chant hands this one off, and another big tackle there, that time on Robert Thomas. And that's Jamal Dunlap, the SFA player, so he is playing today. So I did not offer him in the same game parlays because I just didn't know if he was playing. I think he's questionable, so it's good that we see him playing out there. Another SFA player to keep track of. As that's going to be a first down. That's Jack Walters, the top receiving target, as they convert here on a 3rd down. This game is just going way too fast right now. The last few weeks have just been very slow burns. You know, they've been very they've been games where we've had some turnover on downs start the games. You know, very back and forth. This one has just been boom, boom, boom. So Phi, Moo, ties. We get a run here from Thomas. Breaks 3 tackles. All right, 3rd and 2 here for Shant. As they're actually going to audible here into a bit more of a traditional shotgun formation. Everybody up around inside 5 yards here for Colorado. It's going to be a mid-screen, and he gets the first down. So another first down on a 3rd down as they're inside the 35. Trying to respond here. You do not want to let this crowd get too involved as Shant keeps it this time. He cuts up field, and he gets about 3. Things starting to slow down a little bit here as we aren't even 3 minutes into the ball game as we're back in this full house set for Coach Fink. As they run triple option again to the fullback this time, reverses his field, and John Cobb goes down, -1 yard. So 3rd and 8 now here, another 3rd down. There are already 2 for 2 early on. Shant, bring 4, and he dumps that off short, so it's going to be 4th down. Decision time for Fink. And they are going for it. So 4th down here, no man's land, just a little bit out of their field goal kicker's range. And it's rolling right for Shant. Dumps that off. He's short. It's going to be depending on the spot, and they're going to mark him short. A turnover on downs for Kansas. He just didn't put enough zip on it. So Colorado is going to take over, and Coach Schwartz has to be loving this start. And we'll see what this big play offense comes out and does next. Blue Jackson in the slot there. They're going to go in quick option. I don't think that's the call when you have a guy with 57 speed back there, as Junior Goodman gets a TFL. So 2nd and long now here for Colorado. Second and 13, plenty of time, clean pocket, and he dumps that one off, and he falls forward for a first down. William Hicks. And you cannot give this quarterback that much time. He is starting to pick these guys apart already. as falling backwards gave him a bunch of extra yards. So 1st and 10 now here for the Buffaloes. Trips left. This has been a very tough start here for the Kansas Jayhawks as the run out left goes nowhere. So Joe Stewart, his first carry of the day, goes for -2. John Sims on the tackle. So 2nd and 12 here for the Buffaloes. Their second possession. They've really been elite really in the pass game so far. Johnson, he's yamming it again deep, and that's another first down. William Hicks. So it's been, last drive was all Blue Jackson. This drive has been all Hicks. You love to see this this pass and attack have success here as they go trips left yet again. Kansas really has to find a way to get some pressure as they're going to the boundary the other way, and that's Blue Jackson again. And this is an absolute clinic to start the day. Already up over 100 yards here for Johnson in the first quarter. On pace to throw for about 800 yards. 1st and 10 now here, Colorado. Over the middle, another wide open man. It's Hicks again inside the 10. And Kansas has to find a way to weather the storm here, as going down 2 scores could really be rough sledding for the rest of this game. So not 1st and goal. They can still get a first down at about the half-yard line. So they are going to audible. Hicks in motion, bottom of your screen. Blue Jackson in the slot up top. Handoff here. Oh, a stiffy and a touchdown! Joe Stewart puts Colorado up 2 scores. And that was a dominant drive there for the Buffaloes. I don't think we've seen a more lopsided start to a game this season on a game day. Colorado, just big play after big play, the chunk game after chunk. Turnover on downs. Kansas has to figure this out, man. You're like, all right, my defense isn't helping us. We've got to control the clock on offense. Got to run on. I would like some more carries for Shadon Iverson. I think he only has 1 carry right now. So 1st and 10 here for Kansas. Shant bringing the wide receiver in motion. It's going to be some more like triple option, and that Anthony White gets 2. The wide receiver getting a carry. It's a big hit from the defense. 2nd and 8 here as the first quarter is about 2/3 of the way gone. Back to the full house set here for Kansas. And it's going to be another read option give. And Colorado's doing a great job of forcing the ball into the hands of these lesser running backs. You know, these are guys who aren't really great at creating extra yardage or making moves like Shant is. So keeping it out of the quarterback's hands definitely is a good strategy. As we are going to throw it here on 3rd down again. He dumps that one off short, and he goes down. That's Lars Newt. He is the SFA tight end, so that's going to be a 3 and out. So a horrific start here for Coach Fink on game day. We've seen this a few times from him, unfortunately. Game day often has not been kind to the Kansas Jayhawks. But we'll see if they can battle back. If I remember a couple of seasons ago, we had an Ohio game where Ohio jumped out to a crazy start, and then Kansas battled back. So nobody's ever truly out of it here. Colorado, decent field position to start this drive. They're going to keep it with the quarterback, 57 speed, as he's brought down. The Buffs at 2nd and 5 now. Once again, going full spread. 2nd and 5, hands off to Stewart again here as dumps that one. And that goes for -2. Junior Goodman makes a tackle there. So a chance here for Kansas to get off the field. Only 36 total yards for Kansas thus far. Colorado really hasn't been able to do much in the running game. It's going to be a screen pass here on third down. Can they clean him up? And they're going to push him out. So Joe Stewart goes down. And that's going to be a punt, most likely. Gore on the tackle. So Kansas gets the ball back, and they are going to get a bit of a return here. Gets past the 20. So we'll see if Kansas can muster anything. They had one drive end on a turnover on downs and then a 3 and out. So can they get themselves on the scoreboard here in Folsom? Remember, as the game progresses, Colorado does have an advantage being at altitude. It's 1st and 10 here. We're going to go more triple option. Broken tackle from Shant. This is his elite playmaking ability as he breaks a third tackle. He gets 15. He almost broke that one, and that's what you got to watch out for Shant. He can really score from anywhere. He can break away from anywhere. So we'll see if that sparks this offense. We got split backs. We still haven't seen much of a role here for Shadon as he does get the ball out wide. And that doesn't go for much. I think that's his only second touch of the day. As the first quarter is coming to an end here. We are up around the 35s. We're going to hand it off now to Shadon. He gets a carry out wide, breaks a tackle, and only gets about 3. So 3rd and 7 now here for Kansas. Got 4 wide here. They fake it. Shant, he has time, delivers a strike, and just overthrown. It was a very crowded area. That's another punt. So a first quarter to forget here for the Jayhawks. They kick it back deep to Colorado, as this is going to be a return now up to around the 35. Coach Tribe falling asleep here, watching this Big 12 game day. Poor guy has the media credentials, doesn't want to be here. 1st and 10 now, handoff to Stewart, and he goes down the backfield. So that's where Kansas has an advantage, is in the run defense against this Colorado team. They have not ran the ball well all season long. They've really relied on that pass offense. As we end the first quarter here, it's 14-0 for the Colorado Buffaloes. And, you know, there's a Big 12 article released this week really slandering the Buffaloes. And I don't take too kindly to that, as a former Colorado head coach brought this team to their only Cotton Bowl victory back in Season 2. As that's going to be a first down, Sterling Harvey. As that means my flex. Wait, we've got a review. I'm going to say my flex is going to be in the highlight video. As is this going to be a catch? Ooh, it doesn't look like it. Looks like Harvey doesn't get that foot in. It's reversed. So that's going to come back. So big play there for Kansas, as it means it's a 3rd down and medium. So Kansas starting to step on, starting to play well here on defense. As this is a critical 3rd down. And they're yamming it deep as he's hit. And it's a 50-50 ball knocked away. It looked like it was going to be caught, but it's knocked out by the safety. And, you know, that's a play where you have to stick with it. That was going to be a catch, but the safety came in, jarred it loose. So even if you think your teammate has it, you got to go over there and make a play, and they did. So that was a critical drop. So 1st and 10 now. Can Kansas get any momentum? They just got the review. They got the nice tip away. As he float this one, he has a man, and that's a catch. Chris Darby for 24. The best throw of the day from Shant by far. And a great route from Darby. So 1st and 10 now. We're inside the 40. A real chance here for Kansas to cut into the lead. 1st and 10. Shade on. They're going to keep it with Shant. And he loses yardage. Corner getting involved there. James Smith. This corner, one of the better corners in the country. 95 speed. Not somebody to take too lightly. As we're at the 41 here. 2nd and 12 for the Jayhawks. They're flipping the play here, going into some pistol now. They are going to throw it again. Just dumping that off to Iverson. Can he find some room? No, he cannot. So Shadon really been kept quiet here early. The 5-star freshman, dubbed the savior of Lawrence. So 3rd and 10 here at the 40, out of field goal range. Back in that weird 4-down territory area, you know, no man's land, as we're going to throw it again with Shant. And he's yamming that deep. Oh, he has a man, and it's overthrown. He had the step on 3 defenders and just ran out of real estate. And they're going for it here on 4th down. Split back sets. It's going to be a screen pass to Iverson. Can he make a play? He breaks one. He pushes forward, and they bring him down. Another turnover on downs for Kansas. I'm hoping early try, but don't quote me. First and 10 here for Colorado. They take on over. Some missed opportunities on that last drive from Kansas, as you've got Jonathan here. They've really struggled the last couple of drives to get really anything. As that's what kind of happens with these offenses. You know, these big play offenses. You find yourself up 2 scores. And so now you kind of want to control the clock more. You want to kind of run a different brand of offense, maybe mix in some of the run game, but at the same time, you're not really moving the ball at the same rate or doing as well. You know, you're leaving the door open. So we'll see if they continue, as you got another 3rd down upcoming. Yeah, I'm drinking my Ultra Fiesta Mango today, the 0 sugar. I love the 0 sugar ones. The Pacific Punch is pretty good. So 3rd and 2 here. We've got power formation here. You don't often see this from Colorado. And another stiffy from Joe Stewart gets him a first. So Colorado keeps the drive going. Their first down in what seems like quite a while. Another handoff to Stewart. He breaks a tackle, finds the sideline, breaks 2 more. Joe Stewart for 18. This man can't be tackled. That is a big man run for sure. And if I'm being honest, Joe Stewart's running like I thought Shadon Iverson would be running. This is an impeccable performance so far from Colorado as they dump this one off. That's another catch for Blue. Blue Jackson with a debut. This is an in-game recruit. Obviously, being on Colorado doesn't get featured all that much, and he already has 50 yards, a touchdown, and 5 receptions. He is killing it today. And this is how you make a name for yourself as an SFA player, man. Putting himself on the watch list and get another run here for Joe Stewart for 11. So now back in scoring range inside the 15 here for the Buffaloes. Empty 3-man rush, dumps it off to Hicks. He pushes forward, falls forward for a 1st down. So 1st and goal here from the 1. Colorado punched this in. Stewart up the gut. He pushes forward. Touchdown, Colorado. They take a 21-0 lead here at home. As the fans are absolutely loving it. The SCO Buff chants raining out through the crowd. We've yet to even hear Fink's music. as this has just been an eye-opening game for Colorado, dominating Kansas. And this is an evenly matched up game on paper. You know, Kansas is just not playing their best. As we're going to get a short kick now. And remember, if you're Kansas, man, you've got the second half kickoff coming your way. So you can find a way to double them up. You can battle back into this game, or and let's be honest, 2 no man's land, you know, turnovers. You got to find a way to put some points on the board, no matter how it looks. As Bryson Shant gets another big run. You know, Kansas has been able to move the ball pretty well. It's just they've been unable to string together these first downs. Got a man in motion now. As that's going to be a throw away by Bryson Shant. He's 9 of 13 so far. 2nd and 10, and I don't think if you're Kansas, you really are panicking. This is going to be a screen pass. That looks good. We get a broken tackle, and that is a beautiful 16-yard gain from Anthony White. When your players are able to break a tackle in space, it can do you wonders. It does there. So another first down for Kansas, back into no man's land. This is where they continue to stall out, and they find a way to get a few more first downs. Maybe, I mean, at this point, a field goal might even be a confidence booster. As Bryson Shant, he delivers a strike, and it's caught down the sideline and inside the 10. Chris Darby. And who would have thought that Shant's throwing ability has been the star of the show? And that's going to be a touchdown! Anthony White on the slant! Kansas, a beautiful response. Let me know if the sound is good with my voice, or is it a little bit too loud. I can always turn it down. He's got the Blinding Lights theme going. I kind of like it. It's good. Perfect. So Kansas gets back on the board. That was a very quick response. The big play, and they haven't really been doing it in the running attack, which is interesting. So, you know, maybe their initial plan didn't work. They're starting to, you know, find ways to attack this defense. So as quickly as Colorado scored, they're back to only a 14-point lead. 1st and 10 now. It's going to be a dump-off pass to Stewart, who's really been one of the stars of this offense, but everybody's kind of been a star today on the Colorado side, as Rush brings him down on the screen pass. I think that might be the first time Stewart has gone down on initial contact. So 2nd and 6 now. Johnson. He's floating that to the corner, and a wide-open Blue Jackson again. You know, it's hard to put any pressure on this quarterback when he has no pressure. There's nobody within 10 yards of him, as you get a stiffy there, only 6 from Stewart. And somebody who's just been completely just nowhere to be seen is Billy Gilmore. Where are you at? We've not really seen him much at all. Got a 2nd and 4 now, and dump off here. That's Hicks again, getting another first down. It's 1st and 10 across the 50 now. Empty set. Only 3-man rush, still no pressure to speak of, as they're yamming it cross-body across the field, and it's just overthrown. The 4th incompletion today for Johnson. Getting a little bit too saucy on that one, I think, throwing cross-body. 2nd and 10 now. They're going to edit the play, go back into a traditional shotgun as Blue's in the slot. 3-man rush again. We're yamming it to the end zone. Wide open man. Touchdown, Colorado. Brant Cook for 42 on your dome as they re-extend the lead to 21. And that's just rude. How are you going to go and break the GOAT Nelson Spruce's record, man? Boo. Brant Cook, you're not him. But a nice touchdown there for Colorado for sure. See you, we know no defeat. Never give in. Shoulder to shoulder, we fight, 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 fight. Just a great performance today for the Colorado Buffaloes, and, you know, I can't be too much of a hater. I love this team. Now, did anybody have any different scoring predictions for the game day score on what you're betting on? I went for 31-24. What did you guys bet on? As we're going to get a handoff to Shadon Iverson, who's still not done hardly anything today. I don't know why you guys forget, man. If it hits, it's the best possible bet you're ever going to hit. You know, plus 25,000 odds on 100 coins. That's half of a daily. As Shant now, they're going to hand it up the gut here, and Thomas gets 3. Let's get another third down opportunity here for Kansas. Hey, Mike's on the way there. It's looking pretty good. Colorado might hit it themselves. And we got 3rd and 5 now here for Kansas. Bryson Shea, he's yamming that one deep again to Darby. Or that's Jack Walters this time. And did he get that foot in? I guess he did. Is this one going to get reviewed? I don't think so. No, it doesn't. So that's going to stand. And interesting. I don't know how. I guess that back foot was trailing. So 1st and 10 here for Kansas. Handoff to Shadon Iverson. And he runs through a man, but he goes down. Really been disappointed in the usage and really the performance from Shadon. Only has 4 carries. Only has 5 yards. He broke 1 tackle on the screen pass, but that's been about it. So 2nd and 12 now as you get some triple option, and Shant keeps it. He gets about 6. Once again, back into the no man's land. They got to find a way to get a first down. Shant has really been the only guy on the ground who's been able to do much of anything as Kansas and Coach Fink takes his first time out. So 3rd and 6 now. And that's going to be a dump off to Shadon Iverson, and that's going to be a 4th down stop. And they're punting. I hate this decision. They're going to try to ping Colorado deep, I guess, and just try to get to halftime. As Colorado now has a chance to extend this lead even farther heading to halftime in front of a jam-packed Folsom Field here. Looks absolutely beautiful. So we're at the 20 now. 2 timeouts here for Colorado. Looks like they are going to attempt to score some more points. Johnson, and they dump that one off. That's Blue. Once again, getting crazy separation all day long. 7 receptions for 69 yards. Jonathan already up over 240 yards on the day. Could easily get a 400-yard day today on game day as he floats that to the flat. That was dangerous. And Blue, he reels it in but can't make a move. So it's going to be 3rd down now. They're trying to hurry it up, save those timeouts. Johnson, he has plenty of time in the backfield, and that's going to be another first down. 3 straight passes to Blue Jackson. And this might be a game that, like, one of those games that, like, we've seen a quarterback target one guy over and over again as he targets Blue Jackson for the 4th straight play. That's 4 catches in a row for Blue. He's up to 10 receptions here in the first half alone. I don't think we've ever seen this great of a connection between a QB and a wide receiver. As we're yamming it deep this time, he hits his man in stride. Sterling Harvey for 34. As they are now back in business, fringe field goal range. And they're yamming it again, and another open man. Brad Cook again. Colorado just simply can't miss. This might be the best passing attack in the country. I'd go far as to say that this might be the best passing attack we've ever seen on a game day. He's got 26 seconds left. They're trying to punch it in again. 1st and 10. Makes the handoff. They're going to throw it, and he just throws it away. 17 seconds left. They have the timeout in their back pocket. Shotgun set. You got Hicks in the slot there. And he throws it to Hicks. It's going to be short of the line to gain, so they have to use that last timeout. So this could be interesting. If Kansas can somehow stop them with the clock running, could run out the half here. It's 3rd and goal. Over the middle, touchdown, Colorado. Brant Cook again as they extend the lead to 28 here in the first half. And now we've got, I think is going to be DMing Tribe. Hey, can you take down your article where I was dissing Colorado? Colorado getting revenge on that last game where Kansas beat them 70 to something. We'll see if they put up 70 as the over is about to hit. Oh, absolutely, dude. I love a good Colorado. I love Colorado when they had Cale McCarr and they made the playoff. It was glorious. They won the Big 12. I loved them when we were on Sim Matchup and I took Cody Hawkins to a Cotton Bowl and beat Auburn. Absolutely, I love this team. I'll always cheer for Colorado. And as we hit halftime, man, this has been easily our highest scoring game. Just in one half of football, Colorado might be pushing for the highest score already on a game day this season. I don't know what it is, but I don't think many teams have gotten to 40. Man, what a performance for these Buffaloes. And if you're Kansas, man, it's not about just getting the defense to actually do something, but just finding a way to get the offense to produce a little bit more. I for starters, give Shadon Iverson the ball more. Like, he has 4 carries. Sheesh. And to be honest, Tribe, Colorado is a team I've not been talking about in the Big 12 North, but with this kind of a performance, man, sky's the limit for Colorado, dude. I know they did lose 2 games, and I told you when they're 3-0, the Colorado Buffaloes are trash if you listen to that Patreon episode, but look at them go. They're cooking. Time possession in Kansas's favor, weirdly enough, but just domination in every facet. So here we go. We'll see what Kansas can Coach Fink drag him out of the mud. He's been in these situations before. You know, his days at Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Western Kentucky, Western Michigan, Marshall, and now Kansas. He's no stranger to losing, so we'll see what Coach Fink can draw up here. All right, Bryson Shant coming out in the second half, triple option, and he keeps it here, Shant, and he gets about 7. I think that's kind of been the goal today, is for this defense, is neutralize Iverson and then try to obviously neutralize Shant, but he's still running the ball pretty well. Second and 3 now here for Kansas. And a play action fake there for Shane. He has all the time in the world. He's going to take off here. All the room on this right side as he slides for the first down. Nice play there from Shant. So 1st and 10 here. Fresh set of downs up around the 37. Back to the pistol. They're just going to run more triple option here, and Shant goes down. He couldn't get the pitch off. That's J.P. Melton, his 5th tackle today. He's more of a coverage linebacker, but, you know, when you have running teams like this, you got to be able to make plays downfield, and he does. So 2nd and 13 here. Man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Oh, look at all those lead blockers for Shant. He has the left side. Shant down the sideline, breaks two, and he gets off first. Big play from Bryson Shant. Now, regardless of the score, you can still see the reason Shant is the starter on this team. He shows flashes of excellence. So 1st and 10 now for the Jayhawks. Quick option, that goes nowhere. Shant goes for -4. Mark Thomas taunting, standing over him. And like I said in the Game Day Preview Instagram poll, is that this is a Kansas team that was expected to regress a bit. You know, that their golden age is really over. They got to build a new golden age, and that's what they're starting to do with Shant and Iverson. But it just seems like the lights might be a little bit too bright for the freshman. Iverson, he has to kind of grow into his role. And for Shant, I mean, he's a scrambler, but he doesn't have necessarily the arm talent to be consistent. 3rd and 13 here over the middle. That's Iverson, and they do not give him the first. They are going to go for it. Big play here for Kansas. Got to get a first down. They're going to hand it off to Iverson. He finally gets some room. That's his biggest run of the day. If they can get Iverson running here and get him, you know, some carries, that'd be great. As Iverson, he's starting to move the rock a little bit now. 8 yards here. Yeah, luckily Fink just needs one more win to get a bowl game, but yeah, definitely don't want to see another Fink choke on a bowl game. You got Iverson now opening the lanes there. It's another first down. 1st and 10 now inside the 15. Hand off to Iverson, and he gets 2. We're inside the 10 now. Second and 8 here for the Jayhawks, trying to find a way to battle back. It's been a long opening possession. Gonna run it with Shant. He has some room. He goes in. They're marking him short. No touchdown. So who are they going to give it to? Are they going to give it to Iverson? 1st and goal here. Hands it off. No, Shant keeps it. Touchdown, Kansas. That hurts because I desperately need a Shade on Iverson touchdown for my 17K parlay. So that's the leg that isn't look like it's hitting as we get a return here. Maybe we can see Kansas do it, but that was the opportunity. Need a Shade on Iverson touchdown desperately. All right, so here comes Colorado. You put up 35 in the first half. What do they have as an encore today? Johnson again, just all the time in the world as he throws this one away. He only has 6 incompletions today, over 300 yards already. Easily, this is usually the best passing performance we've seen this year. And Hicks, that is a 9-yarder, so a 3rd down. Chance for Kansas to get off the field. 3rd and 1. Gonna be a delayed give to Stewart, and they, depends on the spot, they give him the first down. So 1st and 10 here, fresh set of downs for Colorado. Definitely a tough one there as Joe Stewart gets 4. Only has 11 carries here. Second and 6 now. Hand off to Stewart, and he stiffies a man. That's going to be a first down. Powerful running today from Joe Stewart. First and 10 just across the 50 here. They're going into a more of a power set. You got 2 tight ends on the field, and that's going to be a tackle. Stewart continues to run the ball well. It is 2nd and 5 here. We're approaching that 12-minute mark here in the game day game. Play action fake this time for Colorado. Plenty of time, all of the time in the world. Oh my gosh, he could build a house back here as he yams it down the seam, and it's intercepted! Kansas picks it off there on the return. All the time in the world and to throw a pick. The first turnover for either team on the day. And if you needed a momentum boost, that's going to help you out. See, definitely they did not need to throw that ball as Bryson Shank gets 11. So first down here for Kansas up at their own 35. Man in motion. They're going to hand it off this time on the jet sweep. White gets about 3. It's Kansas, if they want to try to get back in this game, they've got to, work a little faster. Now you got a triple option. He's tripped from behind. Play was looking promising, but Shant never saw the defender. And that was a tough pill to swallow there as it's now 3rd and 6. And free blitzer, he goes down. Shant is sacked. Eric Hopkins. And the drive dies as quickly as it starts. Punt unit comes back out. So there. Oh, ball's on the ground. It's squirting. It turned. Kansas has it. They're returning it. Oh my God! Touchdown, Kansas! Adam Bell, he had the pick, and now he gets a punt fumble touchdown. An unbelievable sequence. The punt returner dropped the ball. Kansas picks it up. And a free 7 points. Folsom Field is shocked. As we check in on this game, we know UNC wins it, but holy Toledo, what just happened? That is a all-timer play. Like, one, we almost never see punt fumbles picked up by the punt team, but let alone return for a touchdown. That is the first defensive/special teams touchdown on game day this season. We have not had any defensive touchdowns. So that was the first one this year. And that is now the second time ever we've seen a touchdown on a, or no, it's not. The Tulane pick 6, but this is the first game day one. It's interesting. All of that the touchdowns are coming off of like a fake punt and now a punt return fumble. All right, so how are you going to respond, Colorado? You threw an interception on your last drive. The turnovers are kind of hurting you as you get a first down here to Blue. This is 11th reception on the day. So 1st and 10 now. As it's going to be a QB draw. Interesting call for sure. It goes for about 4. But all of a sudden, man, two scores from Kansas has this game not put away quite yet for the Buffaloes. We're going to see a game similar to the Stanford game IRL last year. They hand this one off to Joe Stewart. He's trying not to let that happen. No shenanigans today. So he continues to run very well. So a 1st and 10 now for Colorado. Trips right. They're moving the ball. Third quarter starting to come to an end. Joe Stewart to the boundary. He cuts back inside and he goes down. Great play there by Junior Goodman, his 3rd TFL of the day. So 2nd and 11 now here for Jonathan Johnson. They're going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it on the read option. As he continues to give himself carries, his 4th carry of the day, but definitely doesn't give you too much upside there as it's now a 3rd and 7. Big opportunity here for Kansas as we're out empty. And they finally get to the quarterback. No, they cannot, and that's going to be a 1st down. Brant Cook for 9. So fresh set of downs here now as the end of the 3rd quarter hits. And Colorado has a 2-score lead still, but their lead was cut in half in this quarter. So they got to lock in and finish this team off. You can't let Kansas hang around. Cannot let Fink start to believe in himself. 1st and 10 now. Joe Stewart continues to run well. That's another 1st down. First and 10 now here for the Buffs. Harvey, top of your screen all alone. Gonna throw it that way, and it's dropped. Colorado has no points here in the 2nd half. They've been struggling ever since they scored to end the half to go up 35-7. 2nd and 10 now here for the Buffs. Just outside the 30, a delayed give to Stewart, and he cuts upfield. He breaks one, and he falls forward for 9. And the ability for Colorado to run the ball is something that they've not been able to do well all year long. This has given them a way to open up the offense, really make them lethal. 3rd and 1 here. Can they convert? They are going to throw it. Plenty of time. He dumps that short to Hicks, and he gets the 1st. You know, CU was sloppy with the ball a couple of times, let Kansas crawl their way back in, but they got to punch it home here. 1st and 10 here for Johnson. And to the end zone, open man, touchdown, Blue Jackson. His 2nd of the day. They re-extend the lead to 21. And with 8 minutes left, man, you feel like that might be a nail in the coffin for Kansas. We'll see what they can muster, despite an epic defensive score there for Kansas. Nice, Chipotle. Always a good go-to. So 1st and 10 here for Kansas. It's been a while since we've seen them on the field. Shant's going to be a screen pass to Shadon, and has some room and stays up. Gets about 6. Would love for Shadon Iverson to get into the end zone by any means necessary. 2nd and 4 now. Get a handoff to Shadon, and that's going to be 7. He's been starting to run it a bit better here in the 2nd half, getting him more involved. As J.P. Melton hits his over on tackles. Dumps that one off to the fullback here at John Cobb. He gets 6. So 2nd and 4 now. Clock continues to tick. Definitely don't feel great about their chances at a comeback, but, you know, maybe getting a few more touchdowns, make this game look a little bit better. Because remember, folks, like, you're going to be, your bowl games are going to be set not randomly anymore. They're going to be set by strength, and so, you know, getting destroyed by, you know, Colorado may not look too great for Kansas, as that is a beautiful play by Wolf Shitten, the SFA player. So a punt now. Colorado's going to get the ball back. They hold on to the rock on this punt. Jimmy Norton. I could care less about what happens the rest of the way. I need a Shadon Iverson touchdown. And that's going to be, oh! John Sims, he had a touchdown in his hands. A drop pick for the ages right there. Second and 10 now here for Colorado. They continue to throw the ball. It delivers that deep shot, and that's another first down. Brant for 20. This has been an all-time passing performance today for the Colorado Buffaloes. So at the 45 now. A little over 6 minutes left here on game day. They're going to motion Blue Jackson to the backfield, so maybe experimenting with a little bit of a wrinkle here. You got 9 defenders on the line here, all pressing. I don't know. That's the best idea considering they've been cooking over the top today. So they're going to fake the handoff to Jackson and keep it. That does not go for much, but Colorado's starting to do the 6-minute offense, so Kansas is going to have to really get the ball back here. 2nd and 7 now here for the Buffaloes. So they're just going to continue to run the clock. I wish that they would chew clock in games so that they just come out with 10 seconds on the play clock, but you know, we'll find just watching them. And handoff here, that's Joe Stewart. Continues to run over guys left and right, and that's another first down. He gets over 100 yards now today. Out empty here is across the 45. As we're under now 5 minutes left in week 9. Colorado putting on one heck of a performance. Maybe looking at getting some top 25 votes in next week's poll. So they're going to throw it again over the middle, and that's caught. Brant Cook, he's starting to really get a ton of receptions as he's up over 100 yards. As Jonathan Johnson is going to go over 400 on the day. Been a absolutely lights out game from him passing the ball. So they're approaching now the 4-minute mark. He's going to keep it again and goes down in the backfield. So 3rd and 5 incoming here for Colorado. John Sims dropped the pick, makes that tackle. So 3rd and 5 here for the Buffaloes. Pistol, running the clock. We'll see if they can get the first down. First down would probably end the game. Handoff here to Joe, and he gets the first down. Payne, we needed a Shadon Iverson touchdown desperately. 17K to make 100K down the drain. The other legs all hit. This is terrible. Now he's still not down, folks. There you go. Yeah, I've lost a lot of money on the sportsbook. I'm probably going to have around 50K after this week. Probably less, actually. Probably around 30K. I had 66. Yes, it's a big loss. So 3rd and 2 here. Joe Stewart up the middle. At this point, Kansas, just let him score, man. Let him score. Let's give you another chance with the ball. As we get another handoff here, and Joe Stewart goes down. So we're approaching that time where they can start to just fall on the ball. Second and 6 here. Joe Stewart finds a hole, and he is going to go down at the 1. Thought he was going to score there. And no, boo! I hate this team, dude. Oh, they're shafting me. They're just going to fall on it. Oh, that's such hater energy, man. Boo. Boo. Coach Schwartz, boo. Oh my god, that's so boo. Yeah, did anyone have 42-21 as your final score? And as we hit triple zeros here in week 9, Colorado gets it done at home with a masterful passing performance today as they just threw the ball all over the yard. 395 through the air, 4 touchdowns for Jonathan Johnson as they won convincingly over the Kansas Jayhawks and Coach Fink. It was a great game today here in the Big 12. 42-21 is your final, and we will see you next Friday for Week 10. It was a crazy game for sure. Ridiculous. Oh, I'm so salty. My parlay didn't hit. Urgh! All of my BearCave lines hit. Half of my BearCave props hit. So, I guess probably still made some decent money there, but I don't know if I made enough to make up for my losses. Gotta look at the odds and that stuff. But nevertheless, let's take a look at the stats here before we get on out of here. As it was just all Colorado, and then we had this weird little thing where he returned the fumble or whatever. That was a great play. That was ridiculous. And 42-21 though. I mean, Jonathan Johnson, have yourself a day, man. Like, it doesn't get much better than this. Maybe he couldn't have thrown that interception, right? But you'll take that any day of the week. Joe Stewart, insane game as well. He was breaking a tackle every single game, or every single, time he touched it. And then they had 2 players almost 3 guys go over 100 yards. But Blue Jackson, 12 receptions. You had Brant Cook as well. They both had 2 touchdowns. Just an epic passing performance today from this team. And then the defense, they did their job. A lot of TFLs. So look, nobody had a second TFL. Everybody getting involved. That's hilarious. And they got 1 sack here. They didn't get any interception or anything. They just played good, stout defense. Shinton, we got that that deflection. In Kansas, Bryson Shant, I mean, I'm not going to say this was really that bad of a performance. This is what you come to expect from him. But this team wins in the run game, and this is not going to cut it. This is not going to cut it. Shadon Iverson only getting 40 yards on 9 carries is not going to win you games. And the fact is that you really can't count on, this type of an offense to throw the ball and win. And as we look at the defense here, 3 TFLs. They got some good TFLs. Billy Gilmore only gets 2 tackles on the day. Adam Bell, player of the game, definitely for this defense. He had the interception. Then he also had that crazy fumble recovery for the touchdown here. And the defensive score. So that'll do it here from Boulder. As let's take a look at the players of the game. So as always, a reminder, the VODs will be available here in a little bit. Today, we will have highlights available of this game for you tomorrow. Recruits will be later on today. I don't know if they'll be right now or if they'll be in a little bit. I'll post all the BearCave games. And if somebody does end up bringing a press conference, if you're in this game, feel free to go over there and answer questions or ask questions. So as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, supporting the SFA, as we will see you on next Friday for Week 10. Peace.